Now take a look at this. Did you notice anything? This is actually a Chanel ad for a spring-summer collection, and though it may seem just ordinary, this advertisement is packed with Easter eggs. Just take a look at this.
Entre ces miroirs et ces colonnes.
This is an indie film from 1961, and it is absolutely crazy how similar the frames are to the Chanel ad. Almost as if it was a direct citation and there was a hidden meaning in it. And in today's video, I'm going to show you what makes this ad so special, explain the allusions and why Chanel is referencing an indie film. And if you are new to the channel, my name is Lisa. This is Stolbova Brand, Luxury Strategy Explained. I share weekly insights on luxury branding, so hit the subscribe button and let's uncover the hidden meaning behind the Chanel ad. So the ad starts with a shot of a cinema clearly showing a vintage poster of the film that was shown the night the story takes place. This poster is a key to a mystery of Chanel. It says l'année dernière à Marienbad, or last year at Marienbad. It refers to a French New Wave film directed by Alain Resnais. So the whole ad is an extensive visual citation of the film, and I just couldn't walk past it because it definitely deserves recognition, and because it is one of the most creative and deep movies I've ever seen. It's majestic, trust me. So why would Chanel all of a sudden remember a black and white indie film from 1961? Well, first of all, saying an indie film might be misleading, as last year at Marienbad is one of the most influential movies of the 20th century. So, Alain Resnais was an eminent director and filmmaker whose creative work was associated with the French New Wave, a movement exploring recently emerged existential themes through experimental editing, visual style, and narrative techniques. Last year at Marienbad fully embodies this innovative spirit of the progressive filmmakers. It is not clear what exactly happens in this movie because the plot is so ambiguous and vague that you can't be sure if it is past, present or future you see on the screen, if the heroine had met the man last year at the Marienbad. You can't even be sure if anything happening on the screen is real at all. Just look at this shot. Anything seems suspicious to you? You must be feeling a distant strange hint of uncomfort and transcendent ambiguity. Why? Because only these people are casting shadows, and not the trees, not the statues. Which raises a question, is he real? Or is this whole palace real? And such a surreal image is the visual language of this film, exploring the boundaries between a real world and a human consciousness and perception, a concept of a dream, déjà vu, vision and memory, blending everything together. And by the way, the shadows were actually painted on the ground to achieve this strange effect. The film continuously creates an ambiguity in the spatial and temporal aspects of what it shows and creates an uncertainty in the mind of the spectator about the causal relationship between events. This is achieved through editing by giving apparently incompatible information in consecutive shots or within a single shot that seems to show impossible juxtapositions or by means of repetitions of events in different settings. These ambiguities are matched by contradictions in the narrator's voiceover commentary. Now, coming back to our Chanel ad, we can see that from the first few frames there are at least two timelines. The one where Kristen Stewart is coming out of the cinema in the night, mixed with the other where she stands by the window in daylight. At some point, it even looks like she's watching herself talking during the interview from this window, or from the future? The manner in which film was edited challenged the established classical style of narrative construction. It allowed the themes of time and mind, the interaction of past and present, to be explored in an innovative way. We can see even more strange sequences where Kristen Stewart is reverse walking on the street, where she is looking at herself standing by the bar with a man. There are other similarities directly citing the film, like this balcony landscape or this spiral staircase. Kristen Stewart is dressed either in black or white, as is the unnamed heroine of the last year at Marienbad. We can't exactly be sure where or when she is. As spatial and temporal continuity is destroyed by the methods of filming and editing that are used, the film offers instead a mental continuity, a continuity of thought. And this thought is captured in Kristen's words when she says,
"The mythologies that define us, that unite us, they're ours to create. Everything is on the table. It's no longer important to know who you are or even what you want. I think it's important to burn down your very best yesterday, every day, so you can start again."
It doesn't matter who you are. Well, Chanel simultaneously captures the essence of the film and creates their own interpretation of it. In our social reality, with endless disputes about identity, Chanel is brave enough to say stop. It doesn't matter who you are. You don't even know, because tomorrow you will reinvent yourself. Wow, this is powerful. This is the continuity that defeats the space and time. I am genuinely amazed by this idea, but not everyone accepted last year at Marienbad as a genius film. Film critic Pauline Kael called Marienbad the high-fashion experimental film, which is good. The snow job at the Ice Palace, back at the no-fun party for non-people. The film was included in the 50 worst films of all times in 1978, and the authors laughed at its surrealistic style and quoted numerous critics who found it to be pretentious and incomprehensible. But it seems these critics were wrong, as the film outlived their biting words. And here is actually the most surprising fact that was probably the main reason why Chanel remembered last year at Marienbad in the first place. You see, Coco Chanel herself designed the costumes for the film, so that is how the brand is not only highlighting the connection with niche elevated cinematography, but also pays a tribute to its own heritage. Well, speaking of cinematography, Chanel is actively promoting its connection with the artistic domain. The brand officially supports original films, museums in Shanghai, London, Paris, Seoul, Chicago, opera and ballet houses, and organizes cultural events of its own. Because really great brands like Chanel ensure their timelessness by getting closer to art. The scale of creativity, the depth of humanistic ideas are what makes luxury brands like Chanel and art so similar. Thank you for watching this video. Write down in the comments if you like the hidden meaning behind the Chanel advertising campaign. And if you learned something new today, I bet you do. Don't forget to like this video. Ring the bell button so you won't miss the next video with even more exciting insights on luxury branding the next Thursday.